Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're going to be jumping in and checking out the official launch for MAGATSU WAHRHEIT, a brand new mobile MMORPG with gacha elements. So if you guys enjoyed today's video and want to see more videos like this, make sure to like button and subscribe to the channel. So let's just jump straight into this. This is... It is an auto MMO. A lot of the stuff you're going to be doing in this game is going to be auto gameplay, you know, moving from one story to the next, auto combat, stuff like that. I mean, eventually, like, things will get more difficult where you're going to have to partner up with other players as part of your guild and things like that, and actually manually play the game, manually learn your abilities and things like that. But a lot of the early game grind stuff that you're going to experience in this game is going to be you kind of just turning on the auto gameplay and the auto combat. However, I do think the sort of real-time turn-based combat that they have going on in this game is actually pretty cool. The fact that you can jump into anybody's battle in the entire map that you're in, join their battle, help them defeat whatever enemy they're going up against is pretty cool. Now, one thing I do want to point out that I did see a lot of like kind of controversy and stuff kind of pop up when the game initially was available for pre-download was people were complaining about the English translations. There are a few places, very, very few places so far in the game where the English translation has been kind of weird, where it doesn't really necessarily explain abilities as clearly as they should be. It's very, very minor, okay? Keep that in mind. It's really, really minor. But honestly, like when it comes to like the actual story of the game, I think they did a pretty dang good job at the actual, you know, the English grammatical translations and stuff like that. So yeah, they did a good job. I just wanted to kind of clear that. Now, the main story itself, it's got, you know, it's deep lore. It's got its own anime that you can watch. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. We're going to skip past the story. We're going to jump into the actual gameplay. Now, I am currently playing as a wizard? Mage? A wizard, I think, is the name of the class I picked. There are a lot of different classes in the game that you'll be able to unlock. And yeah, so I'm playing as the wizard. I initially ended up picking the warrior class, but then I started playing as the wizard class because I'm getting ready to kind of like move myself into dual classing and become a spell sword. But I found that the wizard class itself does an insane amount of damage. So if you're looking for a class that can like wipe things off the board, clear multiple enemies at once, I highly recommend that you pick the wizard class. Now there's a total of I think like 6 classes in the game with this sort of dual class system that you can go for. For example, if you get your warrior, I believe, to level 70 and your wizard to level 50, you can take on a quest that will unlock the spell sword class. And so I really like that. I think that's a really interesting way to kind of have people work towards goals in this game, because I want to go through and unlock a lot of these dual classes, these kind of advanced classes, and get some of their abilities. Now, there is sort of a progression system in this game between all the different classes. For example, the warrior class, there's this ultimate skill tree thing. There are certain nodes in the skill tree where you actually need to have like a wizard class unlocked into a certain level in order for you to unlock those nodes and stuff, which we'll get into a little bit later. I just want to talk about the fact the class system in this game is actually pretty diverse. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game, and I really, really like that. And don't worry too much about what class that you're going to pick at the very beginning of the game, because once you kind of get, you know, a little bit into the game, probably after like 20-30 minutes, you'll unlock training quests, and you'll be able to go and unlock every single class of the game and then go and try them out. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the combat, okay? Now, I talked about this in my previous video where I jumped into the Japanese version of the game. Now, I was correct in saying that each of your weapons that you have on the side, you have a total of 5 weapons equipped. Each of the weapons has an ability attached to it, sort of like an ultimate skill, and as well as passive abilities and things like that. Now, I have this sort of like dark scepter, dark staff that my wizard has that does a massive AoE damage ability, and it just absolutely rocks. It's called the Dark Blast ability. I'm going to go ahead and try to use it. Hopefully my team doesn't kill this guy before I can activate it. There it goes. Yeah, you didn't see the damage because my team that I'm playing with, like a lot of these are probably other players, ended up killing the enemies really, really fast. So, but there are a lot of unique abilities attached to the weapons themselves, but the classes as well have abilities too. For example, the wizard class has this ability where called medical, and for 7 seconds increase your special attack for 20%. Now the warrior class has one where it increases like their basic attack for 20%, and I think most of the classes have basic stuff like that. Now my warrior class is at a high enough level that he unlocked sort of a specialized ability that usually is up here in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm tapping. When I activate that, it sort of empowers all of the abilities that I have, all my weapon skills and stuff. But there's a lot of different abilities that you can kind of mix and match with all the different weapons in this game. And I may go through and put together sort of a reroll guide to let you guys know which weapons that you should choose at the very beginning of the game, because there are better weapons to pick compared to some of the other ones. So if you're going for Wizard, I think you can. There's a possibility of getting the Dark Blast in the first initial reroll. But I will kind of do a little bit more research on that. But I do like the uniqueness of the abilities, how the weapons, like different weapons, even if you have like 2 staffs, one staff increases like special attack, another one maybe focus more on like HP, which I'll show you guys in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead, let's get past this story, and we're going to turn off auto combat. Actually, I guess we're done with that quest. We're going to head on back to the main storyline and probably go back home. So we just ranked up unit rank 5. And I'm level 26 with my wizard. Again, if I want to like, you know, go on the dual class specialization, I need my warrior to be level 70, my wizard to be level 50. But let's go ahead and take a look at the character stuff in this game, the equipment, because this is where most of the gameplay is focused on your specific character, because it is a gacha game, but all the gacha stuff is centered around the equipment itself. So if I go ahead and take a look at my main weapon right here, this is the Warrheite Rod, which has the Dark Blast ability, which inflicts 245.2% of Dark Element special damage to all enemies. And then it gives an increase to attack, special attack, and a little bit towards accuracy, and some elemental damage towards darkness. Now, there are different, like let's go for this one. This one gives a little bit towards attack, more towards special attack, and then accuracy. And then it doesn't look like it's giving me any element, but I believe it'll probably give me elemental stuff towards light. So, but if you look at this, let me go back to that one real quick. The special attack 2, inflict 100% of divine elemental physical damage to the enemy. That's the basic attack. And they have its ultimate, inflict 140% of special damage to the unit, to the enemy unit's 40% chance within 15 seconds to decrease the special defense power of the enemy units by 16%. So it's quite different from the other ability. The other one had an AoE damaging ability. The Rod of Light has a debuffing effect. So if I use the Rod of Light first, there's a chance I'll be able to decrease the special defense, and then I'll be able to use my Rod of Warrheite to deal even more damage. You also have to think about the master bonuses as well. As you go through and you level them up, this one will give me increased special attack boost, critical strength boost, and luck bonuses. However, my main weapon I've got going for me will give me AP bonus, increase the max AP by 5%. So you do have to keep in mind how you're going to kind of build your overall character and how each of the different weapons that you have kind of play off of each other, as well as how they work towards your overall build. Now let me show you one other thing when it comes to the equipment. For example, if I go ahead and take a look at the Rebellion Warlock hat, this gives me an HP bonus, increase the max HP by 600, but it gives me a massive increase to special attack. Now this is something I do want to point out, is there is an auto equip button down here at the bottom. I'm not going to click on it, but you can use it to kind of set up how you want your character to be, whether or not you want higher power, if you want to focus on special attack, if you want to focus on certain elements, but it doesn't really set you up in the best way. If I were to go over and swap over to my warrior class, not that one, my warrior class, my level 29 warrior class, I actually ended up going through and doing the auto setup, but it kind of equipped things that I didn't really want. So I wanted my character to focus more on power, and I went and clicked on that, and it kind of sets things up. But now you've noticed I have like the wizard hat, which gives me special attack bonuses, not attack bonuses. I could go over to the attack one and focus on that, and then it'll equip me with things that will give me increases to attack, but then I may lose things in HP or in defense. So you do want to pay attention to what units, what equipment and stuff that you have attached to your character. And then obviously there's also the support thing, which I talked about in the last video, where you have these like extra items that you can just equip that just give you bonuses to your stats and stuff to use. But let me go ahead and swap on back to my wizard class. There's the knight, the priest, the hunter, the gunner, and like I said, you can combine them together. So if I were to combine the wizard and the gunner, I can unlock the spellcaster class. If I combine the wizard and the priest, I can unlock the warlock class. So there's a lot of diversity in the classes, and that's probably going to be one of the main draws of this game, is being able to customize and build your character. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the game right now. I'm not going to be able to show you guys some of the summons, some of the premium summons, because I've actually been doing it all day. I do like the gacha system in this game. They do give enough premium currency throughout the day, throughout your kind of first time playing the game, that you'll be able to knock off maybe 30, 40 summons within the first couple of hours. But I do want to give you guys a little bit of some tips and stuff when it comes to the gacha, because this is something I'm not the biggest fan of. There is paid gacha banners and then free ones, and usually in that instance, when there's like a paid only banner and a free one, as long as they're basically the same, you're just giving, you know, people that are spending money a different banner to summon on. But if they're the same, I'm okay with it. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but I'm okay. This one, however, you do get bonuses on top of it. I get the one-time limited spend your money 10 times special SSR gacha, guaranteed SSR class weapon. A lot of gacha games on their first launch, like their launch day and stuff, they have a banner where it like guarantees you like a certain rarity of something, but it's paid only. I get that. That's not where I'm upset about. What I'm upset about is this, okay? So you have the paid version of the weapon gacha, weapon only gacha, okay? Then you have the free one, and you may have already noticed what the difference is. An SSR weapon on the free version has a 2% chance of dropping. On the paid version, it's a 4% chance, so you're doubling your chances. Still 4% is a little bit low. There's other banners that have like 5% chance. At first I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I get they're enticing people to spend money, but it does kind of feel a little bit cheap for people that, you know, can't necessarily spend that money when people are basically getting double the rates. I don't know, let me know your guys' thoughts on that down below. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know which banner I believe you guys should be summoning on the first day, at least for free-to-play players. It's on the limited game launching memorial banner. This one all the way down here. So this is the global launch limited captain's weapon banner. And the reason why I'm recommending that you summon on this one is you'll be able to get these coins from the exchange, that you can go to the exchange shop, the limited gacha coin exchange, and you'll be able to exchange it for this item right here, the 25% EX weapon ticket. Basically, once you've done 50 summons, you'll have 500 coins, which you can then exchange for this ticket, and you have a 25% chance of getting an SSR weapon. That is crazy good. Insane, okay? And free-to-play players can get this. And you have a total of 3 times that you can do this, I think within like the first month. So this is the one that I recommend people summoning on, and there are special captain weapons that you can get from this as well. So highly recommend, if you guys are gonna be summoning on a banner, to summon on that one so that you can go and exchange it for the 25% EX weapon ticket. Huge, huge deal. But that's kind of all I wanted to tell you guys for the day. So when it does come to the co-op, the MMO aspect of this game, you do play with other people. So you can see there's a lot of other people running around, but when it comes to actually playing with people and engaging with them, you do need to join a guild. Guilds are huge. I will let you guys know my guild is the Azure Alliance. I tried doing Koolio Crew, but for some reason it kept telling me that it was like swearing or something. I don't know. But if you guys want to join my guild, Azure Alliance will be it. I have it set up to not automatically let people in, but I have to go through and pick the people that have, that want to jump in and play the game. So I'll let people have a chance to apply for the guild, and I think tomorrow I'll take a look and see like which people have actually played a little bit farther and start accepting people into the guild. But it is kind of cool. It is important to join a guild because the guild leader can choose rewards. Right now I've got the EXP reward, increases the class experience from victories by 1%, because a lot of people right now are trying to push their classes as far as possible, and then we can decide as guild mates and stuff like that to swap it over to something else. But there you guys go. Yeah, Magatsu WAHRHEIT. I'm liking the game so far. It's definitely not for everybody. It's an auto MMO, so you may not like it, but I'm excited to see sort of how like raid bosses and partying up with your guilds and stuff like that is going to work in this game, and dungeons and things. In the Japanese version I played, there was a lot of content, so I'm excited to see where this game goes and how the actual multiplayer aspect of this game is going to work out. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It helps out so much. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more mobile gaming videos coming soon. So friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.